Shabbat Shalom. Feel very far from me, David, but you can stay if you'd like. Well, I don't know, it just seems very far back than usual. I'm just noticing it. Whatever you'd like. Sorry, I didn't mean to make a big deal of it. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, that it was filling and nourishing for you, and that you enjoyed seeing your family and being together. We had a very quick trip, and it was nice to be away for a little bit, and it's always good to be back home. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to start with a poem that is not in your prayer books. Nothing is too small not to be wondered about, by Mary Oliver. The cricket doesn't wonder if there's a heaven, or if there is, if there's room for him. It's fall. Romance is over. Still he sings. If he can, he enters a house. Through the tiniest crack under the door, then the house grows colder. He sings slower and slower, then nothing. This must mean something. I don't know what, but certainly it doesn't mean he hasn't been an excellent cricket all his life. We'll turn to page 68 to offer thanks. Modani lefanecha, melechai v'kayam, shehechezarta b'nishmati bechem la, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha. Continue on page 76. Does anybody want to offer any gratitude for the day or for your Thanksgiving from the holiday? Anything to offer? Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I'm glad the airport was smooth. I hope it's just as smooth for you on Monday. So. Yes. All right, if no other gratitude to offer? Yes, Lee came in time. Well, he's not really on time. We'll point that out to him. All right, page 76. We offer thanks for the functioning of our bodies. We can join together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofei chol basar, umafli la'asot. Page 78. Elohai neshama shenatata b'tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata b'tehorahi. Elohai neshama shenatata Continue in the English. My God, the soul you have given me is pure. You created it, you shaped it, you breathed it into me, and you protect it within me. For as long as my soul is within me, I offer thanks to you, Adonai, my God, and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. Praised are you, Adonai, in whose hand is every living soul and the breath of humankind. Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado nefesh kol chai, beruach kol basar ish. Page 81. Religion embraces both faith and action. The primary quality is action, for it lays a foundation for faith. The more we do good, the more readily do we grasp the meaning of duty and life, and the more readily do we believe in the divine from which stems the good. Page 85. You can read responsively. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel demands no abdication of my mind. I am a Jew because the faith of Israel requires all devotion of my heart. I am a Jew because in every place where suffering weeps, the Jew weeps. I am a Jew because at every time when despair cries out, the Jew hopes. I am a Jew because the word of Israel is the oldest and the newest. I am a Jew because Israel's promise is the universal promise. I am a Jew because for Israel the world is not completed, we are completing it. I am a Jew because for Israel humanity is not created, we are creating it. I am a Jew because Israel places humanity and its unity above the nations and above Israel itself. I am a Jew because above humanity, image of the divine unity, Israel places the unity which is divine. Perhaps you can wonder to yourselves why all of you are Jewish and what moves you to continue being Jewish. We'll continue on page 86. I'm going to offer a blessing for learning together and for studying Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. O Adonai our God, let the words of Torah be sweet in our mouths, in the mouths of your people Israel, so that we, our descendants and descendants of all your people Israel, may know you by studying your Torah for its own sake. Blessed are you, Adonai, who teaches Torah to your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamed Torah le'amo Yisrael. Page 89. In this season of giving, we learn about tzedakah and the important ways to give. There are 8 degrees in the giving of tzedakah, each one higher than the one before. To give grudgingly, reluctantly, or with regret. To give less than one should, but with grace. To give what one should, but only after being asked. To give before one is asked. To give without knowing who will receive it, although the recipient knows the identity of the giver. To give without making known one's identity. To give so that neither giver nor receiver knows the identity of the other. To help another become self-supporting by means of a gift, a loan, or by finding employment for the one in need. I hope we all do lots of giving this season. Maybe we'll also receive lots in return. Page 97. Okay, we're going to try something that I'm not sure how recently you've done this. Miss Janet doesn't really do it, but we're going to try it. So the Ashrei on page 97 and 98 is a responsive Hebrew chanting prayer. So if you know it, I encourage you to join, and we'll sort of see how it goes, and then we can know if we can do it again. So I appreciate that. So, okay. Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, Odi Halu Hasela, Ashrei Ha'am Shekaka Lo, Ashrei Sha'am Shonai Elohav, Tilat La David, Ramomicha Elohai HaMelech, Avracha Shimcha Leolam Va'ed. I have to know the tune myself. Bechol Yom Avracha V'halal Shimcha Leolam Va'ed. Gadol Adonai Hulal Meod, V'gitulato Ein Heker, Dor La Dor Yisabeh Ma'asecha, Ugvirotecha Ye'agidu, Hador Kivod Hodecha, V'divrei Niflotecha Asicha, Ve'ezuz Noratecha Yomeru, Ugilatecha Asaprena, Zecher Rav Tuvach Yabiu, V'tzitketecha Yeranenu, Hanun Barachum Adonai, Erech Apayim Ugdol Hesed, Tov Adonai Lechol Veracham, I messed it up, Lamav Ol Kol Ma'asah, Yeducha Adonai Kol Ma'asecha, Achasticha Yevarechuha, Kivod Malchutecha Yomeru, Ukvirotecha Yedaberu, Lahodia Yitayam Kivotav, Ukivod Hadar Malchutov, Malchutecha Malchut Kol Olamim, Umemshaltecha Bechol Dor Vador, Someach Lanai Lechol Hanoflim, Vizokef Lechol HaKefufim, Eineni Kol Elecha Yesaberu, Ve'atano Tein Lahem Et Achlam Be'ito, Poteach Et Yadecha, Umaspia Lechol Hai Ratzon, Sadik Adonai Bechol Derachav, Behasid Bechol Ma'asav, Karov Adonai Lechol Korav, Lechol Asher Yikra'uhu Ve'emet, Ratzon Yira'av Ya'aseh, Ve'et Shavatam Yishma Ve'yoshvim, Shomer Adonai Ekol Ohavav, Ve'et Kol Hara'ashim Yashmit, Tehilat Adonai Yitaber Pi, Ve'varech Kol Basar Shem Kodsho Le'olam Va'et, Ve'anachnu Nivarech Yah, Me'ata Ve'ad Olam, Hallelujah. Okay, that was a really good start. I messed up as well, so we're going to work together. You guys, I really like this prayer. I like how it's responsive, and we all get to have a part. And it is very difficult Hebrew, so it's hard to catch all the different syllables in a fast manner. But we're going to keep working on it. Thank you for doing it with me. All right. Page 104. We'll do this in English, a little easier. O God, in the power of your strength, great in the glory of your name, mighty forever, awesome in amazing deeds, the ruler who sits on a high and exalted throne. O God, your name is holy and exalted. The psalmist has said, rejoice in Adonai, you righteous. Praise suits the upright. In the mouths of the upright you will be praised, and in the words of the righteous you will be blessed. In the tongue of the faithful you will be exalted, and in the midst of the holy you will be sanctified. In the multitude of choirs of your people, the house of Israel, your name is to be glorified in joy in every generation, O our sovereign. Page 106. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyom echon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala bagala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'ame'olaya yitzbarach yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzba'ar v'yitzromam v'yitnaseh v'yitzadar v'yitzaleh v'yitzalal shemei dekudesha le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata dal miran be'alma v'imru. On the facing page, what makes a fire burn is space between the logs, a breathing space. Too much of a good thing Too many logs, packed in too tight, can douse the flames almost as surely as a pail of water would. So building fires requires attention to the spaces in between as much as to the wood. When we are able to build open spaces in the same way we have learned to pile on the logs, then we can come to see how it is fuel and absence of fuel together that make the fire possible. We only need to lay a log lightly from time to time. A fire grows simply because the space is there, with openings in which the flame that knows just how it wants to burn can find its way. We rise for the Baruch Hu on page 108. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Page 110. Can join together in the English, thanking God for light. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, creator of light and darkness, who makes peace and fashions all things. In mercy, you illumine the world and those who live upon it. In your goodness, you daily renew creation. How numerous are your works, Adonai. In wisdom, you form them all, filling the earth with your creatures. Be praised, Adonai, our God, for the excellent work of your hands and for the lights you created. May they glorify you. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we all may swiftly merit its radiance. Praised are you, Adonai, creator of all heavenly lights. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and like blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, Abocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Please be seated. Page 116. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvchol nafshecha uvchol meotecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha Vishinantam livanecha, v'dibarta bam, v'shivtecha b'veitecha, uvlektecha v'aderech, uvshochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha, Uchtavtam amizuzot betecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim, lihiot lachem le'Elohim, ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem emet. Page 117. When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when to the last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. Then you live in our hearts, and we, through righteousness, behold your presence. Page 123. And what is my lifespan? I'm like a woman gone out of Egypt. The Red Sea parts. I cross on dry land. 2 walls of water on my right and on my left. Pharaoh's army and his horsemen behind me. Before me the desert. Perhaps the promised land too. That is my lifespan. On the facing page, the bottom paragraph. Sor Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Ufdeichnu mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael. Go aleinu, Adonai, Tzivaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. Please rise, page 124. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Velohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Mel Hasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, V'zocher Haste Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer, Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atarav Le'oshia, Mashiv HaRuach Morid HaGasham, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Umech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Baal Gevurot, Umidom Melech, Melech Meimit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Keshem shemati shimo tobesh memarom, Kakatuv al yad neveyecha, V'kara ze al ze ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivaot, Melech kol haaretz, Kivod Adirenu Adonai Adonenu Ma'adir Shimcha Bechol Haaretz Baruch Kivod Adonai Mimkomo Echad Hu Eloheinu Hu Avinu Hu Malkeinu Hu Moshienu Vehu Yashmienu Berachamav Leinei Kol Chai Ani Adonai Elohechem Yimloch Adonai Leolam Elohai Tzion Ledor Vador Hallelujah Ledor Vador Nagid God Lecha Ula Netzach Netzachim Kedushata Nadish Beshivchacha Eloheinu Mipinu Lo Yamush Leolam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. Page 135. We offer thanks, O God, for this Shabbat, which unites us in faith and hope, for Shabbat holiness, which inspires sacred living, for Shabbat memories glowing even in darkness, for Shabbat peace, born of friendship and love. We offer thanks and blessing, O God. Baruch Atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Page 138. We can join together in the English. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one, whose mercies never end, O compassionate one, whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed. O God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch Atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Ulecha Na'eh Lehodot. Page 141. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of our world. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people with peace. Baruch Atah Adonai, HaMevarech et Amo Yisrael B'Shalom. We'll take time for silent prayer and internal reflection. we've reached the Torah portion of our service. I'm going to read Torah for you today. Our portion details the dreams of Jacob and his joining of the family with Lavan, his uncle, and he takes the two wives and their maids, Leah and Rachel and Bilhah and Zilpah, and they have many children together. And we learn the various inheritance and blessings that he will have for the whole family. So we'll learn more through the reading. We'll offer some blessings beforehand. Page 244. I believe it's on.
Okay.
According to the streamer, it is on. I also am still getting my voice back.
Okay.
So yes, it is valid that you're having a hard time. Doing my best. All right, page 244. Please rise. An aroma mashemo yachtav lecha Adonai hagit ulavatiferet vehanetzach vehahod ki kol bashamayim uvaretz ki kol bashamayim uvaretz Adonai mamlacha naseh lechol erosh. Please be seated. Can I have a red book also, just to make sure I don't make any mistakes? Thank you. Okay, we're going to be on page 166, beginning of the Torah portion. Okay. Let me offer a blessing. Okay. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah. Okay. Okay. Oh, she did say that. Okay. Okay, so we're starting at the very beginning of the Torah portion. V'yetzei Yaakov mebir Shava, v'yalech harana, v'yifga makom, v'yalen sham ki v'hashemesh, v'yikach me'avanei hamakom, v'yasem roshotav, v'yishkav makom hahu, v'yachalom, v'hine sulam matzav, artza v'rosho magia hashemayma, v'hine malachei Elohim olim v'yordim bo. V'hine Adonai nitzav alav. I should have you gabbai, Nancy. I should have you gabbai for me. You can correct me when I do something wrong. Vayomer ani Adonai Elohei Avraham avicha v'Elohei Yitzhak haaretz asher ata shochev aleha lecha et nena ul zarecha v'haya zaracha ka'afar haaretz ufaratzta yama v'kedma v'tzafona v'negba thank you v'nivrechu v'cha kol mishpachot ha'adama uv zarecha v'hine anochi imach ushmarticha bechol asher telech v'hashivoticha el ha'adama hazot ki lo e'ezovecha ad asher imasiti et asher dibarti lecha. What? Lach, thank you. Vayikatz Yaakov Mishnato, Vayomar Achin, Yesh Adonai Makom Hazeh, V'anochi Lo Yadati, Vayira Vayomer Ma Nora Hamakom Hazeh, Ein Zeh Ki Im Beit Elohim, V'zeh Sha'ar Hashemayim, V'yashkem Yaakov Baboker, Vayikach Et Ha'even Asher Sham, Mera'ashotav, Vayasem ota mitzeva vayitzok shemen al rosha vayikra et sham hamakom hahu beit el v'ulam luz sham ha'ir larishana is weird, yes. Thank you. It was a lot, yes. Okay. So, in the Torah portion, those of you who might need a bit of an explanation. So, he is traveling. He's kicked out of his father's household. His mother tells him to go to safety because his brother Esau wants to kill him because he had stolen Esau's blessing, right? So he's going to go see his uncle Lavan. On his journey, he takes a rock as a pillow and has a dream of a stairway or a ladder sort of thing, and there are angels going up and down this structure, and he is told that God is the God of his father Isaac and his grandfather Abraham, and he will receive many blessings and descendants, as many as the sands of the sea and the seeds of the earth. And then he wakes up and he's like, oh my goodness, God is in this place and I didn't know it, and calls it a wonderful place, and names it Beit Elohim, and he makes an altar and makes the place sacred. And that's what happens in that tiny bit. Yes, they are related. Yes. Okay. El is like a nickname for Elohim. You could guess.
El means house of God.
Yes.
Elohim literally means house of God.
Yes, but we don't usually translate it in that same way. All right. Okay. So, Jacob's marriage began in betrayal, as Hosea reminds us. Israel served for a wife. He kept watch of sheep. And as I said, Israel fell in love, and he worked 7 years to marry Rachel, only to find Leah under the bridal veil. Jacob was portrayed by Laban, his father-in-law. Likewise, in our Haftorah, God is portrayed as having cared for the people Israel through generations, watching over them and sending Moses to shepherd them, only to have people stray after idols. Both stories end in a shocking realization that what we think we know about each other does not guarantee that we will not be sometimes surprised, disappointed, and even shocked to discover another truth about the people we live with. In our Torah portion, Jacob flees from home after impersonating and receiving the blessing meant for his brother Esau. For the first time, Jacob, the mild-mannered homebody, leaves his family and is far from all that was familiar to him. In the book of Hosea, the Israelites have abandoned their faith in God and failed to see God's presence in their lives. In both the Torah portion and the Haftorah reading, distance is a result of a broken relationship. What relationships are broken in our lives? How is brokenness distancing us from our loved ones and from God? The question that Hosea makes us ask is, how can we establish trust, especially in our most intimate relationships? According to Hosea, whenever we distance ourselves, whenever we are distant from God, we are also distant from our best selves. When we misplace our faith and trust, when we take the gifts of life and loving kindness for granted, and when we fail to act with goodness and justice, we are not only distant from God, we are also distant from those we love and from the people we can be. The same is true vice versa. When there is brokenness in our relationships with each other, there is a fracture in our relationship with God. The prophet Hosea suggests that trusting someone means accepting that we cannot guarantee the outcome of any relationships, including our relationship to God. However, we are still invited to enter them and to give both ourselves and others a chance to grow and become more trustworthy. Thus, the book of Hosea concludes here with a trust-inspiring image: the cypress, which neither produces fruit nor changes with the seasons. The cypress is evergreen. We may grow impatient over its boring stability, longing for change. Nevertheless, the prophet reassures us that this tree of life that will sustain us. I am a luxuriant cypress from which your fruit is found. The trust that grows through commitment is its own nourishing reward. And Hosea teaches us that there is hope for healing. I, the Eternal, have been your God ever since the land of Egypt. I will let you dwell in your tents again as in the days of old. Ultimately, no matter the distance, God is always close to us, and we are always capable of return and healing. Similarly, we know that upon reuniting with his brother to make amends, Jacob embraces Esau and says, "To see your face is like seeing the face of God." In healing our relationships with each other, we may once again see God in our lives. To come close to God is to embrace each other. May we come close in this season of thanks and joy as well. Shabbat Shalom. Let's offer a prayer for Israel. Second blessing. Yes, my goodness. Nancy, I told you should be a gabbai. Just bless after my Torah reading. Thank you. All right, that's 250. Thank you so much. Having a difficult time. Why'd you need Lee to say it for you? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betzochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen. Excellent teamwork here. Page 259. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. O Heavenly One, protector and redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. offer a blessing of healing for those in our community, those who are close to us. Today we are thinking of Joe Crane, Abra Doranit Bat Aviva, Leslie Magidson, Marcia Person, David Ray, Carol Benefowitz, Brenda Saperstein, Marcia Silverman, Ellen Sullivan, Mark Wilner, Henry Wormser, and Judy Zimmerman. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to say them.
Gracie. Bob Miller. Robin Emmett, Michael Milner, Lori Ellis.
Neil Simon.
Ruben Morton. Sheldon Corbin and Jerry Muffet.
John Petzold.
Brandon Lee.
We hold all those names in our hearts and offer a blessing of healing. Page 253. Misha Bera Avotenu Mekor Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor Habracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. May we all find healing. Any volunteers to lift our Torah? David, 2 weeks in a row, I think. Okay. Please rise if you're able to. Be on the facing page. Make sure we get it over the lip. Okay.
Tell me when.
Well, whenever you're ready. You're the one lifting
okay.
it. Vezot HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei B'nai Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Beyad Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu Moshe. Torah, Tziva Lanu Moshe. Oh, thanks, Amy. Thank you. Do you want to work this? Yes, thank you. Israel, Am Kiravo, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Hilakaktav netati hilachem, Torati al te'azovu. Eitz chaim chi The Eleni was on page 282. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tet gedula liyotzer breshit, shelo asanu kikoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot adama, shelo sam halkenu kahem, begor alinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu chorim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai melech al kol haaretz vayom hahu Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. We are gonna, okay, let's see, page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We think of those who have passed away in recent days and weeks. Today we're remembering Howard Goffstein and Rosalie Oventhal Linksman. We think of those who have passed away in years past in this season. Today we are remembering Jeffrey Kaminer, Violet Cooper, Harold Cooper, Russell Davis, Pinchas Ehrlich, Seymour Frank, Gretel Frank, Molly Goldsberg, Roberta Sue Gorlick, Edith Gossman, Manus Hecht, Harvey Mann, Harold Merritt, Abraham G. Shikok, Erwin Simon, Ethel Strauss, and Eleanor Weiss. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so. Hold those names in our hearts. Offer Kaddish together on page 294. Please rise. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach hirtei v'yamlich malchutei, v'hayechon uvyamechon uvchaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'izman kariv v'imru, Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivarach Le'olam Olamei Olmaya. Yitzbarach V'yishabach V'yitzba'ar V'yitzromam V'yitnaseh V'yitzhadar V'yitzhaleh V'yitzhalal Shemei D'Kudesha Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Ta'almiran Be'alma V'imru Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru. Osei Shalom B'imromav, Hu Ya'asei Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen. Please be seated. Bill, you have announcements? Great, thank you.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks, Deb, for ushering, and Rabbi, thanks for doing streaming today. Do you guys like to play Mahjong? Anyone like to play Mahjong?
Yes?
Right there.
I do.
See? On December 2nd, Tuesday, join our drop-in Mahjong. You should bring friends to guarantee a game. Takes place every Tuesday at 1:30 in the afternoon in our social hall. And then Wednesday, December 3rd at 7, join Sisterhood for part 2 of their Women's Self-Defense Awareness Program with Captain Jennifer Miles of the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Join us for a personal protection and awareness training. Join Rabbi Shribman to learn about Musar and how to incorporate Jewish values into our everyday lives. Musar is a Jewish spiritual practice that gives concrete instructions on how to live a meaningful and ethical life. Each class is independent of the others, so one doesn't have to attend all three. Be sure to bring a notebook to the class, as this will take place on Thursdays, December 4th, December 11th, and December 18th at 6:30 p.m. Following Shabbat service next Friday, December 5th, join us for our first Friday Shabbat at Recipes Restaurant on Haggerty Road at 7:30 p.m. All are welcome. Please RSVP to Cynthia Katz by November 30th if you'd like to attend. The restaurant needs a head count in advance. On December 7th, next Sunday, at 10:30 a.m., we'll have Bagels and Basics again. Daphna Gadoth, daughter of B'nai Israel's Sharon Gadoth Goodman, will speak about invasive species. This is sponsored by TKA-BI Joint Programming Committee and our Social Action Committee. Following this program at noon, we will have a special ceremony to reinstall our mezuzah on the new doors we recently installed. Obviously, you came through them, so you saw them.
They'll be even better in a week.
So come and see the new doors and be part of this beautiful ritual. Join Rabbi Shribman and Janet Christensen for a prayer walk on Saturday, December 13th at 11:30 a.m. We will all meet at the Maple Ridge Pavilion at Marshbank Park. The walk will be around 2 miles outdoors. Dress for the weather. Your site names will be read during the walk. There will be no services in the building here that morning. Then on Sunday, December 14th at 12:30, join Adama at TKA here to learn about the Fair Trade chocolate, its production, environmental impact, and the Jewish values behind it. The family-friendly, that's tough to say, program will include a chocolate tasting with lots of learning. Please RSVP to the office by 12:12. The charge for the program is $5 per person. On a personal note, I want to say see everybody in about 3 months. I'm leaving for Florida Monday, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Safe travels. All right, and Rabbi Deborah Ansting is here. She's part of the B'nai Israel community. She lives in Israel, and she's offering a discussion about her time in Israel after BI's lunch, which you're all invited to. The lunch is a not turkey, but other meat taco bar. Taco bar, yes. That's the wrong book. So feel free to be a part of that. We'll finish on page 10 with Hine Ma Tov, if you need the words. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim, shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim, shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov, shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov, shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim, shevet ahim gam yachad. Hine Ma Tov u'manayim, shevet ahim gam yachad. May you feel whole, knowing you are enough. May you feel confident, knowing you are prepared. May you feel calm, knowing the storm will pass. And may you feel at peace, knowing you are loved. Shabbat Shalom. There is Kiddush and Challah in the back. Please come join me.